Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be answering a question that Chelsea asked on another video a couple of weeks ago. She wanted to know if I would give my thoughts on selling open edition prints versus limited edition prints. So for those of you who don't know the difference between the two, we'll go over that first and then I will share my thoughts with you on that. So a limited edition print basically just means that you are selling a limited number of prints from a piece of art that you've created. And once you have reached that cap of what it is that you're selling, whether it be 25 prints or 250 prints, once you've reached that number, then no more can be sold ever. They are numbered. Limited edition prints are numbered, and they also come with a certificate of authenticity generally, so that your customer knows that the print that they've paid all this money for, it has not been mass produced. They are generally created on luxurious papers with the highest quality of inks. You have to sort of think in regards to an elite group of people who purchase prints like this, because again, they are being sold for more money. The quality is of the highest standard. They come with a certificate of authenticity, and they are considered an investment by the buyer. So when you are thinking of prints like these, then you have to put yourself in, sorry, my phone is on. Sorry about that. You have to put yourself in the mindset that you are marketing to a certain type of person, someone with more of a disposable income who sees art as an investment. As far as open edition prints go, really that's pretty basic. It just means that anybody can purchase your print because it's affordable and there's no cap to how many you can create. You can sell an infinite number of prints and not really have to worry so much about them being numbered or anything like that. It's an easier process to sell open edition prints. So what are my thoughts on that? I think that my thoughts on the two, I've done both over the years, and I personally, for my artwork, I've not seen an increase in sales on limited edition versus open edition. I just have not seen much of a benefit to selling them. I've done a couple a year, and they really have not generated any more income. My open edition prints, that is where I generate my income. That is what allows me to make my living. Now, I create a lot more work than a lot of other people do. I mean, I'm working pretty much 7 days a week. I paint 7 days a week most days. So I generate I average about one painting a week. So that's, in average, that's what, 52 weeks in a year, so 52 paintings a year or something like that. So I have a lot of pieces of art that I can make a living from creating prints from those. If you are creating a piece of work and it takes you 2 or 3 months to create a piece of work, then you might want to consider doing a few limited edition prints from the paintings that you do. But before you make that decision, be selective, because, and I understand that this is hindsight, because you don't know what's going to sell, but again, you have to keep in mind that once it's gone, once you've sold that last print from that limited number that you're selling, you can't sell anymore. And I'm going to give you an example here, actually. So this is in cellophane, but this is my best-selling print from my Spirit Animal series. This is Spirit of Panther. And I created this about 3 years ago. And had I chosen to do this as a limited edition print, I would have lost a lot of income. This is my best seller, and it sells every year my sales increase with this particular print. And about a dozen or so other prints that I have, they generate about 50% of my income. Had I done limited edition prints on those, then I kind of would have been out of luck because I wouldn't have been able to sell as many as I have been able to sell. So that's one thing that you have to consider. The other thing that I want to mention before I wrap things up here is before you decide which that you want to do, think about what success as an artist means to you. How do you define success? So there are two different, I think, there are two different types of success as an artist. Some people, they feel that what it means to be successful to them is to be in galleries, to be selling their work for thousands upon thousands of dollars, to have only limited edition prints, to have their paintings be considered an investment, and to be purchased by an elite group of people with more of a disposable income. That, to some artists, that is their meaning of success. That, to me, does not define success. Doesn't mean that my way is better than theirs. It's just different. It's different for everybody. How I define success is that I create paintings that people love. If they can't afford the original, then it makes me feel good to know that I can offer a print at an affordable price to anyone, anywhere in the world, and know that they can have them in their home to enjoy. That is success to me. So you have to think about what being a successful artist means to you, because if you sell if you sell limited edition prints, then you have to market to a certain type of person. You have to market to the type of people who have more of a disposable income and who consider art as an investment. So you have to consider that, take that into consideration when you go to market your work. So I would say do that first. Once you have defined success for yourself and what it means to you, then I think that will help you decide if you want to strictly sell limited edition or open edition or however you want to do it. You don't have to do strictly one or the other. I have a few artist friends who choose 2 or 3 pieces a year to limit their number of prints, and then they sell open edition on the rest. You can do whatever you want. I think rules are meant to be broken a lot of times. So, try it and just see what happens. You don't have to do it and then you're stuck selling limited edition for the rest of your life. See if you like it. Just remember that it is going to be an initial investment up front too, because you have to pay for these prints. And if you are generating a higher quality print on the most luxurious of papers and you're putting all of this effort into making these a demand, you have to make them appealing to your customers. So you have to make them luxurious to be able to appeal to this type of person. So you have to invest in that first. So if you are an upcoming artist and you're early on in your career, it might not be a good idea for you to do that. You can always do it down the road, see how things go with your art career. What you deem as being successful now, that may change in a year or 2 years or 3 years. So, I personally wouldn't limit myself to just selling limited edition prints, because again, I think that I think that setting a cap on prints isn't always a good idea. So to do it strictly as limited edition, I don't recommend. If you want to do a select few, then I think that you should give it a go. So Chelsea, I hope this answers your question. I tried to not drone on and on. If you know me, then you know I have a tendency to do that. So I hope I did not, and I hope that I answered your question. If any of you who are watching have done one or the other, if you prefer one over the other, leave it in the comments section below, because maybe we can generate some conversation. I'd love to hear your opinions, even if they conflict with mine, because again, what works for one artist may not work for another artist. So really, I'm just trying to get you to maybe consider some things that you haven't thought about before you make decisions like that. And I think we can all learn from each other. So I will see you all next time, and thanks for watching. Bye.